Victoria is back in lockdown and some say that the federal government is to blame.
This is a Morrison government lockdown in Victoria. In Victoria, we've already done more than our fair share to stop a third wave, so why haven't you done yours?
On Twitter, the hashtag Morrison's lockdown began trending for a number of hours, even before the official announcement, with many blaming the PM for the latest round of restrictions. Political commentator Hayden was one of them.
Definitely has to be Scott Morrison who is to blame for this, and his government, because both the Australian Medical Association, the Public Health Association of Australia have criticised the uses of hotels.
It's not just online. Acting Premier James Merlino has also said that the lack of more quarantine options and the slow vaccine rollout may also be contributing factors.
If we had an alternative to hotel for this particular variant of concern, we would not be here today. If we had the Commonwealth's vaccine program effectively rolled out, we may well not be here today talking about these circuit breaker restrictions that we must impose to keep our community safe.
In an exclusive interview with 6 News, the Federal Shadow Treasurer Jim Chalmers shared Labor's proposal for what they would do with returning travellers.
Our proposal is for the federal government to build and maintain quarantine facilities. A lot of people have been staying in hotels. There have been some issues with hotel quarantine. Hotels were built for tourism, not for quarantining people with a potentially deadly virus. And so I think there's a role for the federal government to step in, build and maintain some facilities. Clearly there's a role for the federal government in terms of the personal protective equipment side for people who work in these hotels and other quarantine facilities. So there are a couple of ideas that the government should be running with.
But the Victorian government hasn't escaped criticism either. Some say that the state has failed when it comes to setting up QR codes for businesses, while others suggest that contact tracing has gone wrong. But Brett Sutton strongly shut down those suggestions.
That's an absurd proposition.
But why don't we have
contact tracing in our
contact tracers
it's an absurd proposition that contact tracing has gone wrong. We've talked about exactly what the contact tracing team have done here. It is an extraordinary job. Contact tracing is an integral part of how to get control. It does not do magic.
The lockdown is set to end next week, provided there isn't any significant rise in cases. Lincoln Holmes, 6 News.